Hey everybody, what's happening? I've got an amazing tour here with John and Julie, and this is a 2000?
And it's a 2000 Dodge Ram Van 1500.
Awesome, and it's a high top we see.
Yes, it is. The reason we got it is it had the skylights, and we really like the design of them.
These guys up here, this is so cool. Wait till you guys see this on the inside. So you've done a lot of really, really incredible things to this van, and we're gonna try to keep this as quick as possible, but there's so many incredible features in here that I think everybody building a van should really know about. This is really cool. So we'll start with this side. You've got this flip up table, and you were telling me that this Dodge specifically, you just built a Chevy Express as well.
Yes,
and this one is extremely flat, right?
These are very flat. The doors are very deep. Everything inside is very square. It was so much easier to build on than the Chevy because I didn't have angles and curves to worry about.
Yeah, my Astro is extremely curvy as well. This is like a nice toothpick. And these deep doors make really good storage. So you got like 4 pairs of shoes in there?
Yeah, they're huge, and each door has it, so 4 doors have that.
Wow, so you've got this cool indoor-outdoor shower kitchen. Check this out.
So this is everything we need to cook. It can be used inside or out. It's mounted right to the door. The hinges are heavy duty. This, because of the foam construction technique, weighs only about 10 pounds. And we've got everything to do our dishes, to cook, including our stove with its own dedicated compartment.
Nice.
Which we can throw up here anytime we want to use.
You said 13 pounds?
About total, yes.
For this whole thing. That's not including the pots and pans, but that's ridiculous. And if you guys want to know how they did this foam stuff, I've got a video on this. I'll link it in the description and up in the card section. You got to check it out because you saved. How much weight did you take out and how much did you put back in?
We took about 540 pounds out of this van as a standard conversion van when we first started.
With the seats and all the trimming and everything.
Yeah, the seats and everything up on top. We've put back in so far roughly about 300 pounds.
So how much lighter is this now than the stock?
Right now it's probably close to a break even on this one to stock weight now that we put everything into it that we need.
Okay.
But
it's not any heavier.
No.
My Astro is way heavier than it was when it was stock. Wow.
And we actually have everything in here to live in it, so there really isn't any other weight that we will be putting in it at all. So
great. So this also, you were showing me, if we could close this real quick and show how it fits in here. This was really cool. So now it's an indoor kitchen, and there's still plenty of room to walk through here, and you can stand up pretty tall. I'm 5'7". I have to hunch over a little bit, but up here I can stand up almost all the way. And that's really cool for changing clothes and just being able to stretch out.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I can stand up all the way.
It's not claustrophobic
right
in here like it is in my Astro. You're not like in this little in a little cave. So this is really cool. You've got this indoor-outdoor kitchen, a good spot for your water jugs, and all these cabinets. The ones up. How much does this whole horseshoe shape cabinet?
The whole assembly of cabinets weighs about 17 pounds.
17 pounds, just for the top ones, or for all of them?
Just for the top.
Just for these ones. Okay. And you put this really cool, these maps on here. I love this. This is a really nice touch. Really, like personalized.
Yeah, it gives it some contrast.
And you've said reclaimed wood up here?
Yes, this is from a 150-plus-year-old house.
Wow.
It had the real thick, I believe it's chestnut wood. We resawed it nice and thin to keep it light. Put it on like a 1/8 inch plywood and put it up all as one assembly.
Awesome.
But even that weighs less than 10 pounds just for the ceiling.
Wow. So you've got more foam cabinets back here, and none on this side yet. You've got another cabinet that you're still in the process of building over here out of foam, right?
That's correct. It's going to be a mirror image of this. Of course, it's going to stop where the bed stops, but it'll have the same storage over the wheel well, and it'll have a little hamper behind the toilet here and kind of cover up all the electronics as well.
Great. That is so cool. You save so much space with this. And this layout with the bed up against the driver's seat, it makes it feel bigger in here.
It feels big in here. Right now, we've got 3 of us in here, and I can spread my arms and not touch either of you guys. I mean, it's very spacious, just the way the layout is.
If we were in my Astro right now, we'd be getting personal. Warm, too, because it's a little space. It heats up real quick. We'd be taking clothes off quick. All right, so you've got a cassette toilet here. That's been handy.
Right.
Yeah, that works great.
Cool. And the same fridge setup as the last tour video, which I'll also be linking in the description, and the cards. This is really cool because it's a $120 fridge, right?
$120 fridge. It's 3.1 cubic feet on the bottom and has an extra freezer compartment on top.
And it's the tall.
Yeah, it's very tall. It's convenient because you can reach everything without digging.
Very cool. It never pops open on you?
We've never had an issue with it. We do have a surround on the bottom that keeps it from sliding. But what we did with this, we made what I call a pseudo 12-volt conversion, which means it'll run off 120 volts, and the battery bank will feed the control system inside, meaning just a thermostat, and that'll command our inverter to kick on and off as needed to keep the compressor going.
So another way of saying that, to make it easier for most of us to understand, is that you use the internal thermostat of the fridge to turn on and off the power inverter to power it, basically.
That's correct.
So that you don't have to leave the power inverter on all the time and reduce its life by making it on all the time and working.
Exactly. That's a Best Tech 1000 watt inverter. They're pretty cheap, but they're reliable. It uses 8 watts just being in standby at any time. If you add that up throughout a day, you'll waste about 15 amp hours out of your battery bank just having an inverter on.
So it's much better to turn it on and off just when needed than leave it on all the time.
Correct.
Yeah, you save a lot of power that way. And how many amp hours does this thing take every day?
About 30.
About 30?
I've seen as high as 33, and I've seen as low as 28.
Okay, so kind of depending on the outside temperature a
Exactly.
little bit. All right, great. So you got laminate floors.
Yeah, just bamboo laminate flooring.
And what's the subfloor made out of?
It is 1/4-inch Luan. We wanted to keep it light, so we didn't want thick, heavy underlayment of any type. So we just have the puzzle floor mats, followed by 1/4-inch Luan, and this is right on top of it.
Cool. I'm not feeling any flex.
No, there's no flex.
No.
It has been perfect, and the whole floor, including the finish on top, is 90 pounds.
Wow. That is awesome. So let's see, your electrical setup. You have how many watts of solar on the roof?
We have 300 watts of solar on the roof. Currently, we have 200 amp hours in the battery bank. Eventually, that'll be expanded to 300, and that's being run through a 30 amp MPPT charge controller.
Okay, and you have a blue sea or deep sea or blue whatever.
Yes, it's a blue sea. It's got 12 positions to it.
Okay.
And the other notable mentions here is everything terminates at this terminal strip here. It makes troubleshooting, rearranging your electrical system very, very easy. It keeps it organized and neat.
So neat and clean. And this relay switches from shore power to battery power, right?
Correct. When there's shore power available, it'll power all of our outlets. When it's not available, that relay will not be powered, and then it lines us right up to our inverter, which we can switch on and off at will, or the fridge can also switch it on and off.
Awesome, awesome. Let's see. So what else we got going on here?
The windows was one of our biggest things. We
Right.
like the view from here.
That was one of the big things for us, is a lot of the van builds that we've seen, they cover up a lot of the windows, and we love to be outdoors. So that was the really big thing that was important when we're traveling. We like to be outdoors, so we want to be able to see everything, so we don't want to cover them up. The blinds are really nice. These were the factory ones, so we left them. So we do have privacy still. We could just pull them down, but we have it available to be able to see outside at all times. And since I'm living here full time, it's important to me to be comfortable in here and be able to see outside. And
Absolutely. So what's the situation with the curtains up front?
Those are built on just standard what they call I-beam curtain track. It's pretty cheap. It might be $20 a stick for an 8-foot stick on Amazon. We just bent it by hand, put it up on the ceiling, and she got a little tool to do all the little eyelets on the curtains, and we just hung them right up. And it's so easy to use, and we pull in somewhere, close them, and we're done.
Very cool. Very cool. So what are some other, you have a Max Air fan up here. I see this has got the thermostat in the in and out.
Correct. That's a 10-speed. The reason why we chose that over, say, like one of the Fantastics, was it's got 2 lift arms on top instead of the one, and it's rated for driving with it open.
So it's stronger and you can drive with it open.
Right.
Yeah, that does make it nice. And I heard that this one you can have the fan running while the lid's closed as well.
Right.
Yes, and that works really, really well.
Yeah,
they
my
call it
fantastic
ceiling fan mode.
Yeah, my Fantastic fan you cannot do that with.
And that is a big deal. If you're living in here, you want to be comfortable, especially we have some crazy weather in Northeast Ohio. So it could be humid, during the day, and then it could be cool at night. So we use it both ways, actually, to suck the air in and to bring it out, just to kind of regulate the humidity in here and make sure there's
Perfect.
not too much condensation.
Perfect. So this bed situation, you said you had a $100 foam mattress from Amazon?
It's a $100 foam mattress from Amazon. It's really comfortable.
That's the same one as my original.
It's so comfortable. And then this is from Amazon also. We got this after failed attempts of building our own bed platform that was light and breathable. This is both.
Nice. So yeah, wood is so much heavier.
It is. I mean, this
just much
is a
better
quarter of the
option.
weight, and it's much better ventilated.
Nice.
And we've actually done all of the finishing in here was done here at camp, actually out on the picnic table. So
no power tools.
no,
Yeah.
and we had done the papered bag technique over his foam that he had created. And that was easy to do, and the materials are really easy to get, and actually cheap too.
This is the paper bag thing. It just gives it a nice texture. And let me show him the maps out back
Yeah.
too. So you did on this panel, we'll actually pull this outside if that's okay, a
Yeah.
little bit so we can see it a little better in the light.
Yep.
You did the same thing as the paper bags, but you used these old maps.
Right, and this just had to be stained first, so the technique was a little bit different. Whereas with the paper bags, I just used the Elmer's glue and water 2-to-1 ratio. This I actually had to stain the pieces of map and then let them dry, tear them up, but put them on the same way as the paper bag.
I can't believe how light it's.
I know, isn't it crazy?
If this was wood, it would be
Right.
like 20-30 pounds, but it
Right.
feels so light.
Well, and I don't think John shared, but we realized during this whole build, he had taken out just one piece of that cupboard, and I was already living in here, so it was stocked full of my groceries, cans, boxes of rice, food, and when he took it all out, he weighed it, and it weighed 80 pounds. So that was just one little section of the cabinet.
These cabinets hold 80 pounds.
Right, and that was just the one section. held
Yeah,
80 pounds.
in that video, I show how I experimented
Yeah.
with the regular foam by itself
Right.
and how weak it is, and then you add just the mesh.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
it's so strong.
Yeah.
It's unreal. Cool. Is there anything else super important you think we should share with the world about this?
No, that's about it. I mean, we're just going to keep plugging away until we finish it to our liking. Most of it trim work and finish work.
Yeah.
Oh, the situation you're in, this living at the campground. How does
yeah.
that work? Can you tell us about that?
It's really cheap, actually. I've been living here since May, so I'm here on the spot. It was about $600 for the whole year, and I can move around to whatever spot I want. I kind of like to stay here and have it set up, but
So
it
you
works
have water, electricity.
Right.
There's toilets and showers with nice hot water.
right, a sauna
inside.
even, an indoor pool.
A sauna, an indoor pool
Yeah.
for $50 a
Yeah.
month. And you own a home. You're not paying property
Right,
taxes.
right. And I actually leave my stuff out here, my hammock, my chairs, my wood and, fire pit. So, yeah,
Wow. So
can't
this
beat that.
This is a way to save an incredible
Definitely.
amount of money.
Right.
Incredible amount of money.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing this with us. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out the links in the description for the how to work with this foam stuff, how to set up this awesome fridge and save yourself a ton of money. And also all this other electrical crazy stuff that I don't understand that he's incredibly good at writing about. I'll leave you links for that as well. So give me a big thumbs up and love yourself. Woo!